Fellow AGSOBA, my nickname is AGSOBA, Dr. Obafemi Kotoye, the Global President of AGSOBA. I'm coming to you from the Secretariat. I hope wherever you may be, whether it be in Abeokuta, Lagos, UK, USA, Ibadan, Abuja, you can hear me very clearly. This is my first global broadcast. I'm doing this broadcast to introduce myself to all of our membership. I should have done this after my election on July 19th, 2025. However, given the chaotic environment that we find ourselves on that day, and the fact that it took a much longer time than we expected for the election results, I was not able to address you as a unit. I'm taking the opportunity to address you today. As I said again, my name is AGSOBA, Dr. Obafemi Kotoye, set of 6771. What I want to do in this global broadcast is to familiarize yourself with myself, and then for me to give you my impression of how I see AGSOBA and the school, given the 2.5 months that you've elected me. And then the other thing that I also wanted to do is to let you know that having been elected, my team, the 13 of us that you elected, we've been meeting. We had our first CEC meeting last Saturday, and I think it went well. And at the meeting, I was able to tell the leaders, the CEC, of what my intention is. This afternoon, I also want to do the same to the general population. Well, let me give you my impression of what I see at AGSOBA. AGSOBA is a growing organization. We went from 4 branches to 6 branches, where we have over 45 clubs. We have at least 5 chapters, and over 65,000 active dues-paying members. So we indeed have a growing organization, and it will continue to grow. In the last month, I have been at the school, participating in various activities, touring the ground of the Grammar School, and I have formed a few impressions of both of us, our association, and the school, and I would like to share some of that with you. You know, we have more members under the age of 40 than over the age of 40, which means that we have a very young demographic. And that young demographic is scattered all over the globe, truly scattered all over the globe. We have members in Abuja, we have members in UK, we have members in Ibadan, we have members in Abeokuta, we have members in Lagos, and of course we have members in the USA, which I am proud to be one of them. You elected the first US-based President General, and I think it's a milestone for our association, because it underscores the fact that we're a truly global organization. As I look at our growing organization, one of the things that struck me was we have moved from a local-based organization into a national-based organization, now into truly international-based organization. And as such, we must build processes and structures that will allow all members, wherever they may find themselves, to be able to be full participants in the AGSOBA experience. If you don't remember anything that I say today, remember 3 letters, P, P, E. The first letter of the P is we need to protect and preserve what is entrusted to us. 2, the other P is to preserve our way of life. And I'll explain all this. And then the E is we need to enhance both the experience as an AGSOBA and enhance the experience of the student at Abeokuta Grammar School. The number one goal of AGSOBA is to continue to help Abeokuta Grammar School make it the preeminent high school, grammar school, not only in Nigeria, but globally. And to that effect, the things that used to work for us in the past may not work for us in future. And I promise you, as your leader, that I'm going to engage all of the people that you elected with me to serve this association. Every one of us that are elected, 13 of us were elected on July 19th. Every one of us will have a portfolio that they manage for us. And I, as your President General, my job is to continue to engage all those members to make sure that they deliver on all the goals that we will set together. And when I said protect, one of the things that was given to us by our forefathers is a school with a physical structure. And under the previous administration, we have started the process of protecting the school by building the fence. We will continue to build that fence. Anyone who thinks that that fence is going to be complete should know that under my administration, we will continue to build that wall. And all of the people that have encroached on our land, I'm giving them notice that we will not relent in reclaiming all the land that was entrusted to us by our forefathers. The other thing that our forefathers gave us is this, is a name. We are the only school in the world that I know that when you come to our school and you graduate or you leave our school, we change your name. We start calling you AGSOBA, indicating that you belong to a family of AGSOBA. And that means that all of us, all AGSOBAs, are one family. And we behave as one. The other thing that was given to us by our forefathers is, our forefathers were building a school, yet they chose the motto, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. When I was in a couple of the classrooms today, all those children recited the phrase, my character is greater than my books. That's one of the things that our forefathers gave us, is that you must be educated with integrity. Therefore, I am going to insist that all AGSOBAs that serve us, that work with us, we behave ourselves with integrity. Therefore, I have asked all ESCO members to sign a code of conduct. All of us will sign a code of conduct. If I appoint you to any committee, you will sign a code of conduct that will say, this is how I'm going to behave, and that I will behave with integrity. And I, as your leader, I am promising you that I will behave with integrity. The other thing is our way of life, of discipline. I think we need to assure ourselves that we conduct ourselves with discipline. When we say we're going to do something, that we do it. Not only in the school, but also for AGSOBA. The other thing that I'm also going to do is we need to continue to look at how to better Abeokuta Grammar School. When I told the school, and I've done that almost 10 times since you elected me, I see a school with promise. But we have some issues that we must address. The issue of maintenance of our structures. AGSOBAs are making investment. My set, for example, made an investment in 2021 when we built a block of classroom. That block of classroom, due to lack of maintenance, is in need of repair. You know, we fix things when they needed to be fixed. We will not have to be demolishing things or have AGSOBA's other sets to rebuild what has already been built. So we will look for ways in which we can institute a maintenance culture within Abeokuta Grammar School and within AGSOBA. Also, it is my intention to continue to use the IT that was developed under the previous regimes, to continue to use it to engage all of us globally. It will be my desire that rather than calling somebody, that we keep our website fully functional, that any information that you need from AGSOBA can be gotten from online, so that you don't have to wait till when somebody is available to be able to get any information that you need from AGSOBA. There's other thing that's coming. And as I told you earlier, you elected 13 of us. All 13 of us would have their fingerprints on running the association. I will insist on it. And if any officer fails to discharge their duty, I will bring them over to the CEC for help in making sure that they do what they told us that they're going to do. Fellow observers, this is not going to be the only global broadcast that you hear from me. This is my first one. I intend to use global broadcast as a way to communicate to you what we're doing as the ESCO as we run your organization. Thank you very much, and God bless all of us.